That which was from the beginning, which we've heard, which we've seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, and our hands have handled of the word of life. Word Out, a young people's church of the Men of Issachar Vision Incorporated, brings you God's word. Be blessed as you listen.
So Psalm 92, we take verses 1 to 4. Alright? 1 to 4. 1, 2, go. Psalm 92, 1 to 4. Shall we go together? Good thing. And to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High. To shew forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn psalm. For thou, Lord, hast made me glad through thy works. I will triumph in the works of thy hand. Now, flip back. 1 Kings chapter 3. We'll read verses 3 to 7. 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 3 to 7. Shall we go, please? And Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of David his father. Only sacrificed and burnt offerings in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there. For that was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon the altar. In Gibeon the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night. And God said, Ask, what shall I give thee? And Solomon said, Thou hast shewed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, to walk before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. Thou hast kept for him his great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on the throne, as it is this day. And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made me thy servant king, instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. Lord, we ask that you bless these words in our heart. Spirit of the living God, remain our help. For we pray in Jesus' name. Tell somebody beside you before you sit, give thanks. And tell that person again, give your thanks. So tell yourself, call yourself by name, or give your thanks. So have your say. I'll be speaking briefly as God permits this morning on give your thanks. Give your thanks. Can you echo loud after me? Give your thanks. It's trying to sink in at me. So turn around and tell to people quickly, give your thanks, give your thanks. Now, it is a good thing, Psalm 92 verse 1. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord. So when we give thanks, we call it thanksgiving. But oftentimes what people do and what we do and we claim to be thanksgiving is thanks saying, not thanksgiving. When it comes to give thanks, you have to give. There is a difference in saying thanks, thinking about it, and giving it. So when a man is grateful, it's a thought. Is somebody with me? When a man is grateful, it's a thought. When a man shows gratitude, it's an attitude. A thought means I appreciate something. I have a thought of appreciation about something. Sister Toluwashe gave me something, and in my thoughts, I appreciate it. So that's a thought. So I'm grateful inside of me. Do you get it? I'm grateful. But if I don't give thanks, people will not know I'm grateful. At best, what we do sometimes, we move from gratefulness to gratitude. So I give an attitude that shows that I like what you gave me. So my attitude is a disposition, an outward disposition. So when you are happy, it's an attitude. When you are not happy, it's an attitude. Okay? So some people sometimes, instead of having an attitude of gratitude, they have an attitude of complaining and grumbling. They are murmuring. So they don't have gratitude. They are complaining, they are murmuring. So it's also an attitude. But there is an attitude that gives an expression to the thought of appreciation you have in your heart. It is called gratitude. But there is one superior to gratefulness. There is another one superior to gratitude. It is called thanksgiving. In other words, you give your thanks. When you use the word give, it means to part with something. You have not given until you have parted with something. So it is not an encouragement to do thanks saying or thanks thinking. I'm encouraging you to move to the level and an experience of thanksgiving. In other words, give your thanks. Thanksgiving involves actions. It's not enough to say and to think, I'm happy, I'm grateful for this. It's not enough to show that you're happy. It's not enough to show it in your attitude. It's not enough to say it. Thank you. Beyond saying thank you, give your thank you. Don't just say thank you. What do I say you should do? Give your thank you. You saw Solomon here. Why did he offer 1,000 animals on the high place? He let it, when God came to him, he now told us what was in his heart. He had actually been grateful. Are you with me? But he didn't call God to come and visit him overnight until he showed thanksgiving. When he was grateful in his heart, what was he grateful for? That is now sitting on the throne of Father. Because by lineage, by order, he was not to sit on that throne. He was not the first child. Let's even say the first child don't die. The second child don't die. He was not even a proper child. So there was nothing that qualified him to be on that throne, except that Solomon promised Bathsheba the wife, that I will put your son on the throne. Nothing else. And so David made that prophetically. God inspired him because God had chosen Solomon to be the one on the throne. So how you came to this world doesn't matter. Your greatness is assured. It's not compulsory to be the first child. I'm speaking to someone here. You are disturbed with attention your parents are giving to the firstborn in your house. And it's like, how are you cooking your money? Don't worry. With God in your journey, you will be great. It's not about who came first or who came last. Joseph was not the first child. Even when things were restored back properly in the house of Jacob, Jesus did not come to Reuben, the firstborn. He came to the firstborn. So what God will do with you, he will do with you. Stop disturbing your life about the order and the arrangement in your house. The same people that are neglecting you, taking care of the firstborn, when you become great, they will pay attention to you. So Solomon got the throne. And what was he thinking of? I'm not supposed to be here. He was grateful to God. Now, he didn't just tell people and gather people and say, I'm grateful to God. Oh, God made me cake instead of my brothers. He didn't even for that. It showed what was in his heart. The gratefulness he had. It showed it by offering it up. It was his doing that showed us that he was grateful. I will never know how grateful you are until I see your doings. I'm grateful to God for my admission. It is what you give after that that will let me know how grateful you are. I'm grateful I passed my exam. I'm convocating this November. It is what you give that will let me know and let us know you are grateful. If you are, it's only in your heart. It has not come out. Beyond gratefulness and gratitude, there is a portion that you give thanks. If you check the Bible, people don't just give thanks with their ordinary mouths. Yes, there is a fruit of your lips. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14 to 15. And we have found ourselves settling down on that. The fruit of our lips. So we just say, God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's all. You give your thanks. What God did for you is traceable. That thought of gratefulness in your heart is not traceable. We can't trace it. I don't know what you're even thinking. Talk less of identifying your thought of gratefulness. I don't know. We can't trace it. Even your attitude, we can't really trace it. We don't know whether you are happy because of what God did for you or because Man City beat somebody 6-1 yesterday. We don't know what to cause you to be happy. We can't say. We can't trace it. But when you give, and you gave and he said, for this and this, I'm giving this, then we know that, this person is indeed grateful. Here is somebody who is doing thanksgiving. Thanksgiving involves something you offer. You must give. The word give there tells you must part with something. You have come for thanksgiving today. What have you parted with? What has left you? If it has not been given, it's still with you. A thanks not given is still with you. A thanks not given is still with you. To give, something comes out. Parted, something was passed from your life. So what has parted? So you are grateful to God. You finally fix a wedding date after all these years. How will you show that you are thanking God? You must part with something. Something traceable that God can call a memorial to. That actually is. And when we are saying giving, it's not only about money. Let me start. Number one, you can give your time and presence. You can give your time and presence. When our colleagues and who were getting married, many of us didn't even have jobs. They're talking of having money to give to somebody who is doing wedding. But what do? We look for transport money to attend the wedding. Listen, your presence was a gift, even though you didn't carry any gift. Your presence is to appreciate that person for all you have done in my life. That's how I met my wife. Some of you have heard the story before. Fortunately, she's late now. That's the painful thing. I promised her. I said, you are too loyal. I don't know what I'll do for you, but you know what? I will come. That is what I would do. I didn't have money, anything to show that I was grateful. But I said, I will come to it. It was not convenient to come to our wedding. I did all my maneuvering around Nigeria, and I found myself in that way. Thank God, I came to that Thanksgiving. As I was thanking God, just like God appeared to Solomon in the night, God appeared to me in the wedding. So when you don't show thanksgiving, you are cheating yourself. What you are not giving thanks for is not everything that God wants to give you. God still has more in store. Until you come and give that, it will not give you the rest. But when you have that, it's like the guy is still okay with this one. He doesn't need more. He doesn't have room there. But when you give thanks, when you give, you are actually emptying your bank. You are emptying your store. You are emptying your boat to take more. So God has said something has left him. Let's add another one to it. This guy found the throne and God gave him it. And after God gave him and he gave that, God came back and said, now ask again. What else do you want? He didn't ask for the throne in the first place. And God now said, what else now? Now, just tell me anything. What else do you want? Listen, when you give, you are opportune to get more. But when you don't give, you won't get more. You are wondering why the flow has ceased in your life. Go and check. You have ceased giving. If you don't like what I'm saying today, better like it. This is what I will say throughout this month. My emphasis this month is what? Biblical giving. So by saying, I already said this in workers meeting. I'm saying it again. Repeat it until you begin to live it. I'm not saying this so that you be in your notebook. I'm saying this so that you do what? You give thanks. You don't hold your thanks. So you give time and presence to people. Even though you are there for them. You are just there. This person is too important for me. That's why some people are in hospital and pastor will go and stay with them. It's because they are too important for him. Not that pastor is not busy. Pastor is not idle. But he will go and be checking them continuously. Why? Because pastor doesn't know what best way to thank them. Because I want to show that I appreciate you in my life. What do? I keep showing up. I keep coming. Pray, you do everything. See, the prayers are answered. We keep praying. A friend of mine had a doctor in August outside this nation. And he just sent a message to me about the fact that I admitted. Praying and praying. I keep calling him. Even though I can't even be there physically, I'm giving him my presence on the phone. And when I call again, you are calling again? I say, yes, you are dear to me. When you need people, I'm there. Even if I don't have the right direction to give, I can give you direct. I can give you moral support. Knowing that you are not alone in this challenge. It was in the middle of that day. It was in the hospital. He got a message that they closed out the whole unit. His whole unit at work. They closed out the unit. They said all of them the unit to go home. I told him, I said, affliction can rise. Because the Bible says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord will deliver them from all this. Sometimes I'm on the bed, sometimes I'm in the office, and my mind just goes, it's like it's my own baby. That's affected. Give people, you give your thanks by being there for people. So I say, I'm doing birthday for my daughter, and you are not there. You don't appreciate this, you don't appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Pastor, for blessing us. It's not, it's a lie. The day I need you is the day I know those who appreciate it. Somebody here with me. And in this church, I know there are people who are actually great. Because my birthday, people wow. You show your gratitude. You give your thanks. Also by your skills. You are not offering your skills because you will be paid. You are offering it because there is not. You just have to put at disposal. I'm so grateful. I will put it at their disposal. If you are grateful for MIV, put your skills to use at MIV. Forget money. Say they cannot pay you. Yes, we will not even pay you. If you are grateful for what else, bring your skills and let's use it free of charge. Stop hiding your skills. Say, what I do is dry cleaning. How can I offer you dry cleaning? They say, tell choir, what color of prayer you on Sunday? All of you bring your clothes, let me do it for you. So that when you come and sing like this, your clothes will be well starched and standing like this as you are singing. You are doing something. You give. You give your skill. Are you a lawyer? Give your legal advice to members. So show your gratefulness for being part of that house. You give it. Not expecting anything in return. Are you a builder? Get people plans. Are you a surveyor? Help people to get their land and tell them, just bring the cost price, forget my own price. I'm only just take now, you should take money. No. I'm showing thanksgiving for what else. I'm grateful for what else. Let me give my thanks. It's not only God you give your thanks to. Somebody with me. If you want to thank God, you thank God by giving to his children. One of the ways you can thank me is to give to my children, not him. Because sometimes we are scared that this thing is too small for pastor. It might be too small for me, but it's big in the hand of any life. So you give to God's children. You give to God. You give to his children. You give to his servants. You give to God's work. We talk about this in September, am I right? You give to God's work. You give to God's servants. You give to God's children. That's how to give to God. God will not stretch one hand downward and say, give it to me. Doesn't look like that. He said, a cattle upon 1,000 is a mine. If I'm hungry, I won't even tell you. So I'm not waiting for your sacrifice. So what are you bringing? You are bringing chair. God cannot sit on this chair. But you are going to give God this chair. How will you give it? By giving it to his church. His church. This is his church. What else is God's church? You don't know. What else? You give the chair. You change the rug. God cannot work on this physically, but the Son of God is preaching on it. So when you bring the rug, you are not giving to AMA. You are giving to. So I said, give your skills. Stop charging in a place where they are benefiting you. Some of you, it's so bad that you can charge your daddy for legal advice and say, this is work, this is separate. So after collecting money from you, if I want to support the family, I will support the family. No. Your father says, and he call you, you are a chartered account. Come and help me audit my account. I said, what is the meaning of that? That means you are not giving thanks to your dad. Who sent you to school in the first place? You sent yourself. And you say, I was on scholarship. If your dad did not allow you to leave the house, you get scholarship. Don't you know that children want to go to school? Government is saying, come and take scholarship. And their father says, if I see you there, this is cutlass. Back to business. So you show your thanksgiving by giving your skills. Number 3, you give your thanks with your energy. You put your energy into everything. In fact, this assignment they didn't give you, you go and look for it yourself. When I was in Port Harcourt, I was staying with my hands. I didn't plan to work, so I didn't do for work. I came to rest. So I was sitting down there. And my auntie was feeding me. She gave me a room. She was feeding me. And the good thing about our house is that there is no common cook. When you are hungry, go and cook what you like. 3 of us can be in the kitchen. Everybody cooking. 3 of us. Even if I'm interested in egg, I'm interested in egg. You say, no, you don't know how to fry egg like my own egg. I'll fry my egg separate. And she cooks her own food. Then I try to say, I'll cook my dog. Everybody cook your food. Wash your plate and your pots by yourself. And somebody say, that's money. May God take us there. Sometimes this timetable we are doing, we are trying to save money. It's not because of one nutrition or the other. No. Which nutritionist recommend that timetable for you? It is your calculation that brought it out that this one will be cheaper. So we are cooking now. If you are not eating this thing, you have to say you are not eating. Go and take can you start going high? You are not taking anything. You are hungry to overnight. It's either you eat this food or you don't eat anything. She was doing that. And at the end of the first 1 month, what she did for me again, she paid me allowance. I said, Mommy, for what? She said, you need money now. She paid. She said, that's how I pay everybody that this is my house. Hey, I'm not doing. I gave you everything. And then you gave me allowance. So how am I going to give thanks? I don't even have money to give thanks. I can't go and buy it. The money allowance you gave me is that allowance of what I did at that moment. I gave my energy. So I went into her room when she has gone to work. After I washed. She came back. She didn't see her room there. She went out. I'm not for sure. She said, Kilo Rodebe. No. I'm not helping on you. Wash my clothes. Yes, ma'am. 2 days later, I went to her room again. I packed another set. I washed. How will I show thanksgiving? I must give my thanks. I must show I'm grateful. I was washing. She had people who clean the house. I don't wait for them. They will soon around 9 o'clock to tell God they close. Early in the morning, after she has gone like this, I start cleaning the house myself. How else would I show it? When I don't have anything to do, I take all the pots. They have been washed. I will wash all the pots. I must show I'm grateful. Listen, you give your thanks. By the end of the second one, when she sent the second one to me, and I went to prostrate, she said, this is more. You have already shown me that you are grateful. I can see it everywhere in the house. Since you came, there have been a difference in this compound. There are other people who were staying there before. I had other people, family members like me, who were staying with her. At that period, one who was staying there, collected the allowance free of charge before, got a job. And the full first month salary, she went to do shopping and brought it for mommy, all the money, and said, Mommy, first salary is your own. That is how to give thanks. We are just saying thank you. Thank you is not enough. That is thanksgiving. Do thanksgiving. So you come to them, I gave you food. And then you be Daddy at the park. And say, Daddy, thank you for blessing us today. Stop saying thank you. Give your thanks. Give your thanks. Come and in anticipation of your blessing. Come with something in your hand. And say, Daddy, I just want to thank you for blessing us today. This is it. He will tell you the truth. That is the way to get more. That's what Solomon did. That is the way to get more. Genesis chapter 20. Abraham gave his son. He gave his son and he got more than his son. He got more than his son. He gave the only son whom he loved. He gave. If you don't give, don't expect return. Tell somebody, use your energy to show your thanks. Give your energy. There are many things you can do. Somebody has helped your life and you don't know what to do. You don't have enough money or you think the money might not. There are things you can do. You have a supervisor who has favored you in your project defense at the master level. What do? Go to his house. Assess the house. And begin to clean up everything. Say, no. You are a student. You are not to come here. Not my house. Please say, I'm only doing thanksgiving. You give your thanks. That is how to know somebody who is grateful. Number 4, you give your substance. Substance. Not only money. Substance. You give away anything that can be given. You give away clothing, footwear, gadgets, food. You part with it. When I was living in a city, and I had finished my course in that city, I listed 7 people who made my stay sweet. 23 years there. They made my stay in that city sweet. And I went to all I could afford at that time was to buy wine. I bought wine, 7 bottles of wine. Good one, high quality one. Bought them and put them in the park. So I calculated my movement around the city. I go here first. I'll come back here, I'll pick another 2 bottles. I'll go here. This should be giving you something. I said, no, Daddy, you make my life sweet in this city. I'm only giving you this wine to show you. Did they give me money? Maybe one of them gave me money. But others gave me blessings. They gave blessings. They said, several people have come and gone like that in this city. They didn't just say, thank you, sir. I'm leaving this city next tomorrow. That's all. But I went to them, I gave it to them. I sat with them, gave it to them. I listened to them. I said, Daddy, that I'm leaving now. What is your counsel for me? They didn't just give me counsel. They gave me a blessing. Up till now in that city, they know they still mention. They say, because that taught them, that showed I'm grateful. It's not that others were not grateful, but I showed my own. Sometimes not that you are not grateful, but you are not showing it. Give your substance. What can you afford? Give it. Your supervisor, what have you given your supervisor? All you are doing is complaining. My supervisor is just rejecting my right. He rejects it. Have you ever given anything? When I was in school then, I was planning to travel to London. And my pastor family had impacted my life. I didn't know. Then I was looking for a book. My auntie asked me to look. As I was looking for the book, I didn't get the book. I now saw another book. Now my pastor loves this. I now saw another book that said Stories Behind Creatives. The money in my hand is to buy a book for my auntie. But I've not seen the book. I bought that one. I'm going to see my auntie when I get to the venue. So I just bought that book and I went. And he said, I've not seen your book. Where is the money? I've used the money to buy a book for pastor. Very good child. I got the pastor. I said, sir, I just want to close this book. He said, I need to love it. Take this book. He said, I've been looking for this book all along. Okay, God bless you. He said, I only wanted to show my thanksgiving for him impacting my life. What did he give it to me? He gave me blessing. Those he has been saying God bless you in church. The God bless you in church is fair for God bless you when you give your substance. Are you hearing me? It's different. The same sentence, the same number of words, but it comes from different depths. Isaac thought he was going to die, and he told his son, get me venison. What is difficult to say, God bless you, may the dew of heaven fall upon you and everything. It will just be on the tongue. He wanted the real dew to come. It has to be brought out. Food must go down to bring it up. You were saying, pastor should pray for you. But what have you given? To make pastor take your prayer point and say, God, this one you must do it. So there are some prayer points that people take and say, God, you don't do any other one, do this one. Something provoked that man to tackle to Jesus like that. Give your thanks. Give your time. How do you give it? Number one, say what? Give your time and presence. What was number two? Your skills. Number three, to don't come to church and say, if you are grateful to God, you will walk here. You will roll your sleeve. You will walk. You will go to your benefactor's house. You will walk. You will tell somebody, where is the address to daddy's house? I just want to go there. I want to go and clean all these windows for you. They will say, why? That last lesson I gave you, it was for me. The word is working. I want to go and show my gratefulness. That is how to give your thanks. Listen, there is no way God will not notice that. There is no way the person you are thanking will not notice it. Who do you thank? You thank God. I mean, anyone who has offered you help in life, who has helped you anyone with that, what do? You thank the person. Not only thank people for what they have done, you thank people for what they have not done. What they could have done, but they refuse to do. That your supervisor, he has the power to make you not to graduate. Have you aware of that? So you are not only thanking him for helping you to graduate, you are thanking him for not delaying in life. Remember that song? Thank you for not giving me to the wishes of my enemy. That's something to thank God for. God will have left you. Did God not leave Job alone to his enemy? God left Job alone to his enemy to deal with him. For you, the enemy is saying, God, like I did for Job, I want to do for Zephaniah. After all, they are both biblical names. Let me try it. I go say, no, don't try Zepho. Ojure is around. Don't try. Thank God for what he didn't allow to be done. Thank people in your life for what they didn't do. Thank your boss for not sacking you. You think you're a good staff? Those reports you didn't meet up, your boss checked. The day you are to be at work, you didn't take permission, and your boss called you suddenly at 11 o'clock. Where are you? Where are you? Then you have I should not lie. If the boss is at work, sir, I'm still at home. Some people have not done up to that, they decide. Go and thank your boss. Go and give him one thing. Buy a bottle of wine. Buy a shirt. Buy something. Buy socks if the socks you can afford. Buy it and say thank you, sir. Say for what? A good worker, you should be paid. What are you thanking me for? Sir. For not sacking you when you should have sacked you. Now your boss will know you are a grateful child. You are a grateful employee. You are not deserve to thank God and working their pay. In fact, thank your boss for paying your salary. There are people they are not paying their salary. You think it's normal to pay salary? You think it's normal for salary to come? Call your dad after service or mom and say thank you for giving me pocket money. Are you hearing me? Oh, we are blessed. No, my brother's clock 21. My dad called him. Came to ask some stuff about daddy. How old are you? Spiritual age. I was 16. My dad said, when I left my mother's house, I left the village on my way to Lagos. And I told them, until I make it, I will not come back. Hey! My brother said, and I made it at 21 and a half years. And I came back. And I can't made it. He said, you are still in my house. And you are even asking for this. How much is it? You are asking for it. He said, never ask me anything again. Anything I want to do, I will do for you like. That word was spoken to one of my elder brothers, but me too, I calculated it. How old are you? So by the time you are, I had this but unfortunately, it didn't live to see me clock 21. They sent you money. And all you say is thank you. You see, if it's recharge card, I'm going to send back to them to let them know that you are grateful. Send it. You are going home, and you are going with empty hand, and you are telling people, let him know him, I'll James Olorun. You cannot bag 10 Congos of rice in one hand as you are going. You know what? The person who is giving you money is wise. Listen to me. The person who gave you money is wise. The person knows the amount he gave you. He knows the amount you return. It tells him something. If I sent you 30,000 and what you brought back for me to show thank you is 5,000, I will calculate. Next time, I won't try to give you 30,000. I will do my best to push it more. Because I'm seeing that in 30,000, this thing is what 5,000 can return. What percentage of is that? That's more than 10%. And I'm not even God. This guy is paying more than tithe to back to me. I will do more. You don't go home empty-handed. Let me tap people around you. Tell them you don't go home to your parents empty-handed. Somebody said, but it was my last cash that I used to get to. Listen, as you are saving your last cash to travel, save the second to the last card. Second to the last card before checkup. So before you spend your checkup, save the last card. That as I'm saving transport money to get back home and just stand at home, they will reimburse me. Save money to buy something as you are entering the house. Listen, you can't meet your parents. No, when you meet your parents, you are in school. If your parents is at home now, they will first of all say, hey, go this economy. Come back for money again. But if as you are showing up to them, the first thing they see, you came with one big bread. And you gave your mommy 5 kg of semo. Instead of saying, they will say, come and sit down. Then they will, sometimes you might not know, that semo you brought home might be the only food you offered you. When I was very young, I used to think money is automatic. So I asked my dad with a lot of disrespect. Daddy, I need this. And Daddy is not giving me this now. But I'm a parent now. You think your parents are picking money, they will just say, I'm coming. They will enter their room and check under their bed and bring up. Is that what they do? Sometimes when they enter the room like that, the money is not from the room. They are making calls. Yatuji, can you borrow me 40,000? They will beg. Then they will come back and tell you, wait, we go to the ATM together and withdraw now. Their friend has said, they say, no, let's go and withdraw now. Wait, let this water finish boiling. They are waiting for their alert to sound. You don't know what they are doing. And then you go empty-handed. And they even give you and say it's not enough. Keep your mouth. Keep your mouth. Whatever they gave you, say thank you. Stop saying it's not enough. Your parents know what the economy looks like. They know what you deserve. They know what to give you. But the one they give you, just say thank you. And even show the thank you. Give them the thanks. Stop saying it's not enough. All you have to spend on campus will not come from your parents. So what is he hearing? It won't. If you limit it, you are limiting yourself. Your parents may only be a major source. But God has many gates can open for you. When God sees out of the money your parents gave, there's not enough for you for the semester. You are still showing Thanksgiving. You said, Mommy, I'm back in school. And for them to know that you are back in school, you send airtime, 2,000 naira. One more year. For two or send it. Mommy, I'm going to penny. I'm back in school. Mommy will do penny. Listen, the one that was not enough, you have less by 2,000. Is that not the language you use? Less. You have less it by 2,000. What will come back more than 2,000? People you don't know and people you know. People you expect from and people you don't expect from, they will give you. They will add to it. Then you come across some business offers you never knew of existed before. Somebody will just tell you, hey, alright, they need chin and pop-up in that place. You now ask yourself, am I doing chin and pop-up? Why are you asking me? There's something will snap in your brain. What is the big deal? Collect the money and go and buy a deduction. Come and deliver to them. They put label. Who the label? God make ideas to flow to those who are generous. What God returns back oftentimes is not the money you gave. It is ideas. It is opportunities. It is platform. It is relationship. When people try to give to daddy will say, hope you know the name of the person. Say yes. And the phone number of the person. I want to thank the person myself later on. Now, how would daddy call that person later and thank the person and tell him not see that person's number? You see, people don't understand something. You are building relationship gradually. Because that's what I said in the program. He said the gift of a man makes way for you. the gift of a man. You want us to do for you are going empty-handed. You say, no, that is bribe. It is your mentality that is calling it bribe. You call it what you want to call it. Is somebody with me? You call it what you want to what you want to call it. You got a contract. They signed your paper. And you collected the paper. And you went like that. You cannot tell the people that signed the paper and say, thank you. Take this 5,000. Buy Coke. You, this 5,000. Buy meat pie. You cannot give it to them. You just do like that. And they say they will sign you the next time. You're in trouble. And then they say they don't sign you. I say, this Nigerian system, they are too corrupt. It's not about corrupt. You are the ungrateful child. I have a friend who worked into government house in Lagos like anything. He worked everywhere, anything. And we were discussing one day about this issue of is it bribe or pay and everything. And he said, there is nothing you want to get in the house of secretariat. Others may find difficulty. Once he appears, people will be offering to get it for you. Why? They know when he's leaving, it's going to settle everybody that works for you. You must know how to show gratitude. You give your time. You don't say thank you, sir. Don't say thank you, sir. So I said you give thanks for what is done. Have you? You give thanks for what could have been done but was not done. Number 3, you give thanks to people for who they are in your life. They don't need to do anything or not undo anything. For who they are, his relationship. Like your mom, for just being your mother, just be thanking your mother for life. There are people who are looking for mothers. Are you hearing me? People who are looking for mothers. Don't be thanking the person. I have a mother. Hey, mommy. Mommy. Mommy say, what did I do again now? Don't worry. I'm just thanking you for being, are you not my mom? For being my mom. This one, if I write it on the envelope. Thank you for being my mom. Take this. There's not another one. Mommy, this one for your beverages. You know there? This one is, no, this one is for being my mom. This one is to buy beverages. Thank you for being my dad. Thank you for being my pastor. You give to people for who they are in your life. For being my wife. For being my husband. For being my child. You just give. It doesn't have to have anything attached to it. You give it. So tell somebody, give your thanks. For what people do for you. For what they could have done and they didn't do. And for who they are in your life. Give your thanks to your friends. People are looking for friends who have friends. You have a friend who is not leaking your secret around. Who is not gossiping you around. You better go and say thank you for being a friend who is not a gossiper. You are a friend, not a gossiper. Thank you. You are quiet. What is calculating? Several things within my pocket. It's not only substance. That's why I say you give your time presence, you give your skills, you give your energy. That energy is very important. You give it to show thank you. Thank you. Give your thanks. Enough of just saying your thanks. Enough of just thinking your thanks. It's time to start giving your thanks. So give to God. Give to your parents. Give to your pastors. Give to your boss at work. Give to your lecturers. Give to your neighbors. The neighbors that shouted that day, hey, they're almost in your house. And the neighbor shouted, and all the day were coming, and the person don't enter your house. Give to them. For what? For being a good neighbor. There are bad neighbors. They say, thank God it's not our house. Those are neighbors like that. And don't shout, hey, don't shout. If you shout, they will not come to our house. It's not our house. Let them go there. So, thank you for being a good neighbor. So you cook rice. Cook extra. Extra meat. Then the biggest meat you put it on it. And you don't give to people as if they are beggars. David said, I will not offer to God or cost me anything. You give qualitatively. You put the biggest meat. What you love so much, not put it on it. Then you knock the door by your neighbor. Yesterday it rained. Before I went out in the morning, I spread my clothes outside in the hostel. And I came back, I was scared my clothes, And I realized that you bought and said you have my clothes for me. Thank you. Take this rice. When it's raining the next time, will you not go for your clothes? He will not only look for your clothes, he will look for your shoe. Stand up and give God the thanks with your fruit of your lips. Give God the thanksgiving of the fruit of your lips. That's just one. You can give it by saying it, but give in action. But for now, just give God thanks for the fruit of your lips. I want you to thank Him especially for what could have allowed to be done to you. Thank you for not giving me into the hands of my enemy. Those accidents that could have happened and you didn't even know that you were sleeping in the car. You were sleeping. You didn't know that there was almost an accident. You didn't know. While you are sleeping there, you didn't know what happened. Some of you here, you left your gas cooker on, you went to work, you went to school. You came back, your house was not burnt.
Thank you for fighting my battles for me. Yeah. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for not leaving me to the wishes of my enemies. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Ènìyàn ìbá ti gbé mi yọ, bí kò ṣe wọ́, Ọlọ́run tó lágbára. Ayé ìbá ti gbé mi yọ, bí kò ṣe wọ́, ọba tó jà fún mi. I said thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for not leaving me to the wishes of my enemies. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja.
For some of you here, things could have gone wrong at work. At that hospital, you could have given an injection and it become something else. But God did not allow it to happen. Some of you drive, you could have hit somebody, God did not allow it to happen. It's enough to give. Don't say what has God done. We should be considering what He has refused to allow to happen. Several things. We give you praise. So when we are doing Thanksgiving, we are not trying to collect your money. We are saying part with something, dance and part with something that will show that Lord, I'm actually thanking you. I'm not thinking, I'm not just thinking it. I just don't want to say it. I want to give it. Thank you, Father. We take that song one more time. I'm interested in not giving me to the wishes of my enemy. If you know what your enemies are planning for you.
Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for fighting my battles for me, Jehovah Olubeja. Thank you for not leaving me to the wishes of my enemies.
We hope you've been greatly blessed. That which we have seen and heard, declare we unto you, that you also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with His Son, Jesus Christ.
Contact and follow us on all our social media handles
At MIV World House. Stay strong, vigorous, and victorious.